You died at your desk. The webcam was still on. 17 people watched. Nobody stopped the meeting. The tingling started Tuesday. Just a spark in your left pinky. You switched hands. The mouse obeyed. The deadline didn't care which hand delivered. By Wednesday, the spark had become a hum, a vibration that lived in your wrist bones. You bought a wrist brace, beige fabric, Velcro straps. The ergonomic aisle promised relief. The deadline promised consequences. Thursday morning, your right hand stopped closing completely. The fingers curled, but they didn't quite reach your palm. Like they were holding an invisible object. Like they remembered the shape of the mouse better than the shape of rest. You installed voice-to-text software. Dragon. Premium Edition. $49. The IT department approved it in 6 minutes. Accommodations for productivity are always approved. Your voice picked up where your fingers left off. 217 emails, 43 Slack messages, 6 reports, 1 performance review. Your throat started to ache by lunch. You didn't take lunch. Lunch was a legacy feature you deprecated in Q2. By Thursday night, your voice had developed a rasp, a scrape, a sound like gravel being dragged across glass. You sounded tired. You sounded sick. You sounded like someone who should stop talking. You kept talking. Friday was status updates. 4 video calls, back to back, no breaks. Your voice cracked on the second call, gave out entirely on the third. You typed in the chat instead, one-handed. The left hand, the one that still partly worked, the one that vibrated like a phone set to silent. Sorry, mic issues, you typed. No worries, they typed back. The project was due Monday. Saturday, you woke up and couldn't feel your hands at all. Not numb, not tingling, just absent, like they'd been borrowed by someone else and never returned. You looked at them. They looked back. Neither of you recognized each other. Your voice was gone, completely. You tried to speak and nothing came out except breath, hot air, no words. Your body had run out of input methods. You stared at the laptop. The cursor blinked. The emails waited. The Slack messages accumulated. 17 unread. 23. 41. The numbers climbed like a heart rate monitor in a hospital room. You tried to type with your knuckles, then your palms, then your forehead. The keys clicked. Random letters appeared. GHDKSP. The autocorrect tried its best. It failed. You installed eye tracking software. Premium Edition. $299. The company reimbursed it in 8 minutes. Accommodations for productivity are always approved. Your eyes moved. The cursor followed. You blinked to click. It worked. Slowly. Painfully. But it worked. You finished the report. You sent the email. You met the deadline. Monday morning, you logged into the status meeting. Camera on. Microphone muted. Hands in your lap where nobody could see them shake. Where nobody could see, they'd stop shaking. Where nobody could see, they'd stop moving at all. Great work on the deliverable, your manager said. You blinked twice. The thumbs-up emoji appeared in the chat. Glad you're feeling better, they said. You weren't better. You weren't anything. You'd become a series of workarounds, a cascade of failing input methods. First hands, then voice, then eyes. Each one optimized until it broke. Each one replaced with something slower, harder, more extractive. The meeting ended. A new email arrived. Subject: Next quarter's goals. Your eyes tracked to the close button. You blinked. Nothing happened. You blinked again. Nothing. The eye tracking software had stopped responding. Low battery. The cursor froze in the center of the screen. You sat there, hands useless, voice gone, eyes exhausted. The laptop glowed. The email waited. The cursor blinked in place like a heartbeat that couldn't decide if it wanted to keep going. You couldn't reply. You couldn't close the window. You couldn't log off. But the system didn't need you to do any of those things anymore. It had learned your patterns, your rhythms, your breaking points. It knew exactly how much you could give before you gave out. It had already scheduled your next meeting, already drafted your next email, already assigned your next task. The asset had optimized itself into obsolescence. The system had optimized the asset into permanence. You're still sitting there. Not because you can't leave. Because leaving isn't an option your body recognizes anymore. Because the cursor is still blinking. Because the emails are still expecting replies. They call it the input device cascade. the body's systematic shutdown of communication methods under continuous demand. First the hands, then the voice, then the eyes, then nothing. The medical literature documents it. Neurologists presented it at a conference in 2022. Occupational therapists see it in patients under 40. Physical therapists measure it in grip strength tests that record 0. The chairs are still ergonomic. The software is still productivity enhancing. The deadlines are still non-negotiable. Your body filed its last bug report. Subject: critical failure. Status: cannot be fixed. Priority: ignored. The system marked it as resolved. The work continues. The cursor blinks. You haven't moved in 6 days.